I feel irresponsible to say this. I abandoned my garden for 15 days, no mulching, no pruning, no watering, nothing. And today I'll be showing you what happened after I abandoned my garden for those 15 days. And hey, welcome back, or welcome if you're new to this channel. My name is Encore and you're welcome to Encore's garden. Some plants survived like warriors, some suffered, and some completely shocked me. But before we get into what I found here, let me take you back to where I've been. So my journey started in Kabale. I was there for 4 days. There was a beautiful introduction, a wedding. You know Uganda. If you've never been to Uganda, you should definitely come. Uganda is Republic of party after party. If you've never been to Kabale, just know Kabale is that place that you want to go to. Super cold in the morning, and then later on fresh air. It's beautiful. If you look at the mountains look like a painting, and every corner feels like a postcard. What shocked me the most though is the venue for the wedding. It was in the gardens, but these gardens, they were really gardens. They were not like any other green and just grass. They had cabbages along their fences. It was incredible. If you have a garden and they're just grass and trees, you're definitely missing a point. You can learn from this. They planted actual garden in a garden. Uganda will always surprise you like that. From Kabale, I crossed over to Rukungiri. That's where my biggest family is. I went there to check out our cows, coffee, and very many other things that are there, to check how they've been doing. And village life definitely resets your life. No pressure, no noise, no stress. Most importantly, no spending. Because everything down there is free. You just go there, take your belly, and everything is free. We ate maize, we ate gooseberries. There are very many things that you enjoy in the village at zero cost. If you don't have a village, you're welcome to be part of my village. I will adopt you and you have a village. But it was amazing in Rukungiri. And then after that, I passed through Ntungamo for a day. And then also I passed through Mbarara for a day as well. Western Uganda is really amazing. The greenery, the fresh air. If you haven't been to the West, you're welcome to take a trip with me one of these days, because I'll be going back for Christmas. So stick around, I'll be also updating you on that trip. And then after that, I crossed over to Mukono. There was camp life. We always camp with children every holiday. If you want your child to go camping, get in touch. I'll hook you up with a spot. And this Christmas edition was at Martha's farmhouse, where children learn through experiences. And if you really want to reset your soul, spend time with children. Like they always say, spend time with children or aged people. You will feel the real connection with people. So after all that traveling, I came back home super exhausted, and what greeted me really shocked me. My garden was a mess, to say the least. One of the beautiful things about Uganda, it will be raining in the morning, shining at noon, and at night it will be raining. You can never predict the actual weather, and that is so beautiful. But this season, the sun has been unforgiving. It's been so hot in Kampala, to the point that some people were even considering leaving Kampala just because it's so hot. Let's walk through and you see what it actually did to the garden. In this section, I have basil, and this is oregano right here. This, as you can see, they are burnt. You can really see that they are really burnt, and I think it's a lot of sun. If you get close, if you can look closer, it's very rare to find burnt oregano, but this is because of sun. It really burnt the leaves. You can see that this is not like lack of water or anything. This is completely sun burning this oregano. And for basil, yeah, it also has very many yellow leaves. This is also sun, and these rarely get affected by the sun, but they were really burnt. What surprised me though is snake plants. Snake plants, as they always say, they flourish when you abandon them. Look how they look, super fresh. There's rosemary. Rosemary never has any issue when it has already grown like this farm. It never gets affected by the sun. And my mint also survived, but I think it's because it's under these shades, because I've seen somewhere else where it did not survive. And this is my lavender. Some of them dried, all the flowers, yeah, it flowered, and some of them burnt. Of course, aloe vera also thrives on neglect but it was also burnt a bit. It was also burnt a bit by the sun. That's why I'm saying the sun was unforgiving. And then of course my rosemary hedge was not affected at all. It looks super fresh. I think it's one of the greenest plants in the garden right now. It wasn't affected by the sun at all. It's actually thriving. And then if you look at this maize, it shouldn't be like this. It should be at least looking much better than this. And then of course I have, these ones are supposed to be cut, but because I wasn't around for that long, that's why it's looking like that. And that is why we have that special friend there. I don't know how they get to climb there, but freeze. Alright, and then of course my amaranthus is flowering because of the 15 days I wasn't around. Without harvest, this is what happens to amaranthus. And my orange down there is okay. Did not feel the heat. It's still fresh, looking good. And then we have these tomatoes that are in maize. They have some tomatoes right there. I think this is the tiny one. It grows long. There are those matoke leaves that need to be chopped off. That's the date. The date stayed super perfect. And here are my potatoes. They really look abundant. Oh wow, there's basil. Oh, this is nice. There's basil, beautiful basil right there. If I was around pruning, definitely that wouldn't survive. And then of course there's this project I'm doing here. I want to see potatoes from the sack, if they will be better than potatoes from heap sand. And definitely that video is loading very soon. You'll be able to see that video. And the situation here, I don't know what happened here. Maybe we threw a pawpaw there. There are very many pawpaw seedlings in this corner. I think we have to pull out some and leave some. And then of course my jackfruit is still looking super fresh. It wasn't, but I think it was also affected by sun. If you look at this, it's not supposed to be like this, right? It's supposed to be green like this, dark green. But I think it was also affected a bit by sun. And then of the tomatoes that are in this plantation, oh my goodness, look at that. They're so messed up. If you noticed by now, there are very many pawpaw seedlings. I don't even know what's going on here. But then we have this plantain. I don't know the situation there, but this plantain is so tiny. I think it has like 1, 2, 3, 9 fingers only. But this whole place needs to be cleaned up. I'll come back and clean all that, make sure that the garden looks nice. The sugarcane, well, the sugarcane survived the neglect. It's but it will also be cleaned up a bit, and you get rid of these dry leaves for it to look good. As you can see how maize was messed up by the sun. It looks really dry. My sugarcane down there is growing healthy, and also this one is growing healthy. but also sun messed it up a bit. That's why you see some of the yellow leaves. Oh, there's a jackfruit down here and an avocado coming up, so those two, I think one will have to go. And then this one needs to be pushed at the back because it's coming towards my tire garden here. And there's oregano, of course, and then there's basil down there. This is like a herb tire, like a herbal tire. These are succulents. Succulents never disappoint. even the tiny leaves that fall, they turn into a plant. So that's the beauty of a succulent. You can never get rid of a succulent. You have to probably burn them or bury them for them to get out of your garden. This was full of mint, but check this out. There were some beans there. There was mint all over, and it dried. You can see this is the dry. Mint is not a good friend to leave alone. See, it all dried out, and instead there's weed. And here I think only one mint survived. Yeah, one mint survived in the arrowhead plant. Oh, there's another one here. So these are the survivor mint only. And then behind there's this pawpaw right here. It's even ripe, I think. Yeah, it's ripe. I should harvest this one. What do you think? Yeah. Another arrowhead. Yeah, arrowheads are always looking fresh. I have to get rid of all this. I shouldn't be there. And then we go down here. This aloe vera was growing like it was on competition with each other. They overgrew in this wonderful corner. If you remember my amaranthus last time, look what has become of them because of not harvesting them. But the beauty is, if you cut here like this, they will again become amaranthus forest. These ones I'll just put them there because of their seeds, and they will grow again. And this one, I think this is the rosemary that doesn't look that good because of the sun, and it's in a pot. If you don't water rosemary and it's in a pot, it might end up like this. As I said, succulents don't care about the weather. And this one, this tomato, I remember, I think I harvested most of these tomatoes. This is the last tomato, and the weeds are in this pot of tomatoes. And then here, if you've been watching my videos, you remember that this pot was full of mint. But look how it dried from this pot, and because lack of watering. But then the intruders in this pot, these are pawpaws. I think we have very many pawpaws, but these ones I'll just pull them out and replant something else. And then there's these Irish potatoes, and then we have these chives. I planted them before going. Strangely, they are thriving. They're not that bad like other plants. And this coriander right here, yeah, they look like this because of yesterday's rain. The rain hit it so hard and it left it with bare soil. But yeah, now that I'm back, I will revive these ones. And then there is this spinach. Yeah, spinach is because of yesterday's rain, I think. You can see this one is a bit up. I need to go back and add some more soil here. It's also not doing bad. And then I don't know why this lemongrass is not growing so fast. It's so slow, and all other lemongrass that I've planted have always thrived super fast. And then of course, at the end of this raised bed, there is this arrowhead, and then down here there is aloe vera one more time in a flower pot. And then up here we have soursop. This one looks fresh, and then also that one looks even better. And then this side there's this zizi plant that got super burnt by the sun. Actually, this was flipped over. I found it when it had flipped over. I don't know whether it was an intruder coming or whether it was just wind, but it had flipped. But I think this is too much in one pot. I will have to split it and get more of the ZZ plant out there. And actually, this plant is very expensive and more succulent. I remember, I think if you haven't watched how I did this was a paint bucket, and I transformed it into that beautiful planter. more succulents. Whoever's here are intruding on the succulent flower pot, and there's a lot of weed also. I'll go again as I clear. And then more succulents down there. I think these ones look much better. And the snake plant doesn't look like the rest. This one, I think because it's in the pot, so it doesn't look good like the rest. And there's a very strong new shoot from this one. We have a very nice looking snake plant. And one of the beautiful things is fruit trees. The fruit trees survive almost all types of weather. This is our guava right there, and it happened to be flowering. It's so strange, it's flowering out of season. The rest are eating guavas, but ours is flowering at the end of the season. It's that strange. And then we have this orange. This 5-year orange has just put the first fruit. I've never seen anything take this long, apart from the jackfruit. I think this is the next fruit that has taken very long to put anything. And then we have a date here. This date is like 7 years old. Oh, look what's in the date. The guy is chilling. He's not even shaking. Let me see how steady can he keep the position. Oh wow, he doesn't want to move. Oh wow, the guy doesn't want to move. I may try to touch him and see. I may try. Hopefully he will not bite. Ooh. Oops. Anyways, yeah, let him chill there. Part of this date, there is a pumpkin climbing there, and this one actually has a very huge, it's covering around 30 meters along the fence. As you've seen, it comes from all the way up that side and goes all the way up that side. And if you look, there's one huge pumpkin I discovered a few days ago when I reached. Yes, this one, yeah, humongous pumpkin. This one definitely is going to be super yummy. I think it's the only pumpkin there. I haven't seen any other. Yeah, that's the only pumpkin that I've seen there. But what it has done, it has covered, there's mint, there's a snake plant somewhere, more mint. But this pumpkin has decided to take over, and even flowers, it has covered all these flowers, gone on top of my rosemary, even gooseberries, on top of snake plants. The beauty with this is just starts from there and moves all the way to the other side. And then here, the gooseberries. I don't know whether these gooseberries stay green or some people are eating them when I'm not watching, because they stay green. They stay green and they keep reducing. So definitely someone somewhere is eating my gooseberries. The tomatoes that need water, if you put them in a place where they need to be watered, they dried up. And that's my gooseberry right there. This section, I don't know what happened here, but yeah, definitely sunshine did its worst when it comes to this section. Yeah, they were looking beautiful and promising, but eventually they started dying like this. And here are the seedlings. I need to transplant this into another pot. Look how fragile they are. I think it's because there are very many in a pot, so I need to transfer them for them not to look this fragile. And then a section where there are stones. There's this watermelon that grew in these stones here, but I think I will need to transplant it somewhere else. And of course there's this guava as well. Very many guavas in this area. And last but not least, avocado tree. I left it flowering, and right now it's putting on some avocados. There's another one there as well that is putting on. And with that, I know you've learned very many lessons. That is how the garden will look like after abandoning it for 15 days. This has taught me something. Nature will always take care of itself, regardless whether you're there or not there. You will learn that some plants are fighters and some are best left alone, and some are really drama queens, just like you've seen how many plants that didn't survive because of just 15 days of self-care. And from this, I hope you have learned the plants that you can keep taking care of, or the plants you can ignore for a number of days, and then you'll find them either thriving or struggling. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button, and we catch up in the next video. Happy gardening and welcome back.